Sunlight dapples the forest edge as Little Red Riding Hood skips along the path, her red cloak a vibrant splash of colour. Birdsong fills the air, a cheerful melody that belies the secrets hidden within the dense foliage. She moves with youthful abandon, unaware of the subtle rustling in the undergrowth. The forest shadows deepen, a silent observer of her innocent journey. Each step carries her further into the woods towards an unknown fate. Nature's beauty masks a lurking danger. A predator watches from the trees. Sunlight paints dancing dust motes as Red's mother packs a wicker basket with loving precision. Crusty bread, sweet cakes, and jam fill the basket, each item placed with a mother's tender care. A shadow of worry crosses her kind eyes as she turns to Red, her brow furrowed. "Now, Red, remember what I've told you. Stay on the path," she says, her voice laced with concern. "And, my dear, do not speak to strangers," she warns, her voice light, yet heavy with unspoken fears. Sunlight dapples the forest floor as Red ventures deeper, an ethereal glow illuminating her path. She pauses, captivated by the vibrant wildflowers, a moment of serene beauty. Her mother's warning fades as she marvels at nature's artistry, lost in the forest's embrace. The sunlight filters through the canopy above, painting the scene with peaceful light. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy, casting long shadows that dance and shift with the breeze in the deeper woods. From behind a thicket, a shadowy figure emerges, his form cloaked in mystery and menace. The wolf's eyes gleam with predatory calculation, his gaze fixed intently on Red, a silent hunter observing his prey. An unsettling stillness descends upon the woods, the tranquility broken by the wolf's ominous presence. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig seems amplified, echoing the growing tension in the air. The wolf remains hidden, a lurking threat, his intentions veiled in the shadows of the deep woods. On a shadowed forest path, the wolf emerges, his imposing figure strategically blocking Red's journey. With calculated charm, the wolf inquires about her destination, his voice smooth, masking cruel intent. His politeness is a facade, concealing the sinister plan beneath his charming demeanour. The forest watches, silent, as the predator's game begins. Beneath the forest's dense canopy, the wolf points a paw towards a vibrant patch of wildflowers, his eyes gleaming. His voice is a low, persuasive murmur as he suggests, "Red pick flowers for her grandmother." Red's eyes widen with innocent trust, captivated by the colourful blossoms. She nods eagerly, her small hand reaching out towards the beckoning flowers. Red abandons the path, venturing into the verdant undergrowth, her basket swinging. Red, cheeks flushed, pauses in the golden light, a bouquet of wildflowers clutched in her hand. The sun dips below the trees, painting the forest in hues of orange and deepening violet. A shadow stretches across her path, long and distorted, like a grasping spectral hand. Unease flickers in Red's eyes as the forest darkens, the air growing cool and still. At Grandmother's cottage, an ominous shadow falls as the wolf arrives, his presence a stark contrast to the serene setting. A deceptive knock echoes as the wolf attempts to mimic Red's innocent voice, a chilling deception unfolding. The cottage door creaks open, a subtle invitation into a world of danger and disguise. A glimpse into the cozy interior reveals a deceptive calm, masking the lurking danger within. In the dim light, the stage is set for a dark fairy tale where innocence and malice meet. In the quaint cottage, the wolf's shadow falls across the room. His gaze sweeps over the familiar, cozy setting, plotting his deception. He spots Grandmother resting peacefully in her bed, unaware of the danger. Swiftly, he moves, his predatory instincts taking over. Grandmother is subdued, her protest muffled as she's forced into the closet. The wolf locks the door, sealing her fate with a chilling finality. In Grandmother's quaint cottage, an imposter lurks, draped in a floral nightgown and cap. The wolf nestles deep within the bed, blankets concealing his true furry form. His brow furrows with intense concentration, a sinister plan brewing beneath the guise. He experiments with his voice, striving to mimic the delicate timbre of an old woman. A deceptive performance begins, cloaked in innocence but laced with danger. At twilight, Red approaches her grandmother's cottage, a vibrant basket swinging, unaware of the unsettling silence ahead. The cottage looms amidst the trees, an eerie stillness replacing the lively welcome she expects. Wildflowers and treats fill Red's basket, a stark contrast to the growing unease in the air. An unsettling stillness blankets the cottage, hinting at a sinister secret hidden within its walls. Twilight paints the cottage in hues of grey as Red steps inside, her footsteps barely disturbing the silence. An unsettling atmosphere clings to the air, a palpable sense of wrongness that prickles the back of her neck. She moves deeper into the dimness, her senses on high alert, each shadow seeming to lengthen and twist. Her eyes fix on the bed, where a figure lies, nestled under thick covers, an unnatural stillness about it. Suspicion clouds her features as she approaches, a growing unease coiling tighter in her stomach. Something is terribly amiss. A silent scream trapped within the quaint walls of her grandmother's cottage. Inside the cozy cottage, Red stares intently at the wolf, her brow furrowed in suspicion. Her eyes dart between his large eyes and coarse hands, a growing unease settling in. Red awaits his response, her silence thick with unspoken questions. Wolf's voice echoes. Responses are unsettling, filled with veiled threats and sinister undertones. The air in the cottage thickens with unspoken dread, the wolf's words hanging heavy. Inside grandmother's cozy cottage, Red stares intently, a flicker of unease crossing her features. Her eyes narrow as she focuses on the wolf's face, suspicion and fear swirling within her. "My, what a large mouth you have," Red remarks, her voice barely a whisper in the quiet room. The wolf remains silent, his expression unreadable as tension hangs heavy in the air. Red screams, a chilling sound tearing through the cozy confines of her grandmother's cottage. The wolf lunges, a shadow of menace cutting off Red's desperate escape. A violent struggle explodes, the air thick with terror and the sounds of crashing furniture. Red's cries echo, a desperate plea swallowed by the encroaching darkness. Sunlight dapples the forest floor as the huntsman moves purposefully, his weathered face a mask of concentration. He scans the dense trees, tracking the elusive wolf through the silent, watchful woods. A sudden hush falls, birdsong ceasing, a subtle shift alerting him to unseen danger. His instincts scream, years of wilderness experience heightening his senses. Disturbed wildlife scatters, their frantic movements confirming his growing unease. He pauses, every muscle tense, ready to confront the unseen threat lurking nearby. Sunlight bathes grandmother's quaint cottage as the huntsman approaches, a shadow of concern etched on his face. Muffled screams pierce the air, hinting at the terror lurking within the cottage's wooden walls. With cautious resolve, he draws his axe, the steel glinting ominously, a beacon of impending action. He steels himself, preparing to confront the unknown threat, his silhouette framed against the idyllic cottage. The cottage door splinters as the huntsman bursts in his face, a mask of grim determination. The wolf, caught mid-attack, snarls, its eyes burning with savage fury. A brutal clash ensues, the small cottage trembling under the might of their raw power. Furniture shatters, sending splinters and dust swirling through the air as they grapple. The huntsman's axe flashes in the dim light, a beacon of hope against the encroaching darkness. Every strike echoes with the weight of survival, each parry a desperate bid for life. Inside the cozy cottage, the huntsman's raw power is on display as he hurls the wolf against the far wall. The wolf, dazed and disoriented, weakly struggles to regain his footing, his eyes filled with a primal fear. Red cowers in the corner, her eyes wide with terror, a fragile figure amidst the violent clash. Though unharmed, she trembles, the image of the brutal struggle forever etched in her memory. The huntsman bursts open the closet, revealing grandmother bound and helpless within the dimly lit space. With swift practiced movements, the huntsman begins to untie grandmother, freeing her from her bonds. Relief washes over grandmother's face as her eyes meet, Red's a silent promise of safety exchanged between them. Tears well in grandmother's eyes, reflecting the trauma and gratitude in equal measure. Grandmother pulls Red into a tight, protective embrace, her frail arms offering a shield against the lingering fear. In the aftermath of the rescue, grandmother and Red cling to each other, a symbol of resilience and love. Sunlight dapples the forest floor as the huntsman leads Red and grandmother away from the ominous cottage. Their faces are etched with worry as they venture deeper into the woods, seeking sanctuary from unseen threats. The dense canopy casts long shadows, creating an atmosphere of both beauty and lurking danger. Each step is measured, their eyes darting nervously, attuned to every rustle and snap in the undergrowth. The dark cottage fades into the distance, a stark reminder of the peril they've narrowly escaped. Hope flickers in their hearts as they press on, guided by the huntsman toward an uncertain future. Sunlight dapples the forest clearing as Red, grandmother, and the huntsman gather on a picnic blanket. Sharing treats from Red's basket, laughter and soft echoes fill the air. Cookies and fruit are passed, a shared sense of gratitude weaving among them. In the heart of the woods, camaraderie blossoms under the canopy. Warm light bathes Red and her mother, shadows stretching long across the kitchen table. Concern etches deep lines on Mother's face as she listens to Red. Red's voice, heavy with newfound understanding, fills the quiet room. "I understand now, Mom, you were right," Red says, her eyes reflecting hard-won wisdom. "I only wanted to keep you safe, dear," Mother replies softly, her gaze full of love. A quiet moment of understanding settles between them, bridging the space. Red returns to the forest edge, her steps measured, a stark contrast to her earlier carefree skips. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy, casting dappled shadows that dance around her feet. She scans the woods, her eyes, now holding a guarded wisdom, a silent acknowledgement of past trials. The air is filled with the scent of damp earth and pine, a familiar yet newly significant fragrance. A gentle breeze rustles the leaves, whispering secrets only she seems to now understand. Red's gaze softens, appreciating the wood's beauty, yet forever marked by the lessons learned within. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy as Red steps onto a forest path, her expression a mix of resolve and trepidation. Beside her, the huntsman walks, his presence a silent promise of protection and guidance. Their footsteps echo softly on the path, a steady rhythm marking their journey into the unknown. The forest watches, ancient trees looming like silent sentinels as they pass. Red's gaze is forward, her youthful face hinting at the wisdom she's gained through hardship. Together, they walk, a symbol of resilience and hope blooming amidst the dark woods.